we might as well die on our feet. And if
Yeah,
we're going to die, there's a choice. You can either die on your feet fighting, or you can fight, or you could be in a fetal position like a little bitch.
yeah.
That's not who Mel Carmine is, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
not who Mark is either. All right, guys, I don't know who's interviewing who. I think we're just going to have a basic conversation. Mark Altwood, I think you're in what part of the woods, if I'm not mistaken by your accent, I think maybe rubbed off on you. You might be an American stuck in the UK or something. So he's been, instrumental being part of our movie called Dear Mr. President.net. And it's been an endeavor that I can't even find the words to explain. And it's been one incredible challenge after another. We got a lot of volunteers, so thank you to all the volunteers out there. Thank you to our co-producers, Elisa Valentino and Carol Maureen over in Costa Rica. And so, how did you hear about the movie, and what compelled you to really want to get involved? Did you realize, shit, Mel Carmine might be right? There's a problem with the microphones.
Well, my name is Mark Attwood. I'm English, but I live in the west of Ireland, and I've been waking up since about 1987. And I started a podcast in 2020 when God asked me to do it. And I toured America on the Truth Tour in 2022, and I've been censored all the way along. And Carol Maureen Friesen, who helped you make this, is working on this film with you, became a good friend of me on the tour in America. She was my medicine woman in America and got me through. And she's a dear friend. And I flew her over to an event I ran in Manchester in England, and one in Ireland here, actually, in the West 2 years ago. And she said, Mel, he's making this movie. And I said, I've never spoken to Mel, but I'm aware of you and I've seen your work, and I love the work that you're doing. And, a lot of us are doing similar jobs just in different parts of the world. And I was like, absolutely, I want to be part of this, because I got my first YouTube channel got to 30,000 subscribers very quickly, got taken down immediately with no warning. The second one to 60,000 got taken down immediately with no warning. I never earned a penny out of YouTube, and I never wanted to, because I wanted to just do what I was doing. I got my PayPal account closed down. I got my Linktree account closed down. I've been locked out of Facebook for 3 years. I got my Telegram has been sent. It was just endless censorship. And I wrote a poem in the book that I wrote, because I produced a load of poems over the years. And this is the poem I wrote, and the video of that had millions of views. And every time YouTube gives me a strike, I post it back up on X or somewhere like that, because
It's just a way of getting even, right? They
yeah,
don't realize how powerful we are, Mark. They really underestimate the power of we the people worldwide, not just in the United States. There's patriots rising worldwide, and I think that they're going to get the message this time around because of who's in office. And we pray and hope that we get a Donald Trump in every country in the world with the brass that this guy's got. You know what I mean? Because then victory would be assured. But it really, at the end of the day, you and I are smart enough to know that we have to stand up and do something. This is not about one person. He's not a god. He doesn't have like superpowers. Yeah, he's incredibly smart. Yes, he's a 17D chess player. Yes, 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 and yes. He checks all the boxes. But we've got to figure out on how to push the right. Because, see, they're afraid of this. This is the biggest weapon in the world, not this. This is. Because if the Mark Altwoods, and I know you'll agree with me, are allowed to grow because the audience says so, not the algorithms. The audience says Mark Altwood is good enough for 10 million followers. And then when they subscribe and the ring bell, all of that stuff works, that they get notified, and you're talking to 10 million people and you're telling the truth. That's what they're afraid of.
100%. And that's, funnily enough, my background before this was internet marketing. Never used any of it for this, because I knew that this was a spiritual war and a war on consciousness. And we just keep, it's frequency matching. Our messages as individuals that are called by God to do what this work is will be found by the people that need to find us when they need to find us. And that's been That's why I don't care. And I never did this to be popular. I never did that. It's taken over my life, but I never did this for any other reason other than I was asked to do it because I knew the plan for the new, I knew the New World Order plan years ago, and I was like, I'm not gonna sit here. What can I do? I'm a man of 50 years old. I can't shoot anybody. I can't go and take down the government. So I'll write poetry and I'll go on YouTube because that actually turned out to be the most powerful thing you could do. And and I made a decision because I knew what they wanted to do to us. I think we dodged the biggest bullet in history because we were all supposed to be dead in 2017 because Clinton didn't win. This was a deeply, deeply spiritual process for me, and still is. And I'm an apocalyptimist. Apocalypse is a Greek word, means the great unveiling. It's not the end of the world. And an optimist about the outcome is what I am. And I can't even explain why I'm an optimist about it, but I always have been. I still am. And if I'm wrong and you're wrong, then we're all fucked anyway. So we might as well.
We might as well die on our feet. And if
Yeah.
we're going to die, there's a choice. You can either die on your feet fighting, or you can fight, or you could be in a fetal position like a little bitch.
Yeah.
That's not who Mel Carmine is, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
not who Mark is either.
No, absolutely. And I knew the risks, and I was like, well, I asked myself a question, Mel. I got online and I went, am I prepared to die for this? And the answer was yes, yes, yes. Am I going to let my children live in the New World Order? Fuck no. Right, let's start talking because that's all I can do, and
Exactly.
that's what I've done.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you've made this film. I'm very proud to be part of it actually because it's you don't want to sit and moan about and bitch and moan about. I mean, I did a video on YouTube yesterday about being censored again, and I just turn it into comedy because for me, demons hate being laughed at, and they hate it when you just keep getting back up. And we're like cockroaches to them. There's so many of us that it doesn't matter if one of us gets taken out. We just keep coming.
Yeah.
We keep coming
Yeah.
because we're on the side of righteousness, and that's amazing. And I'm very proud of everybody that stood up during this time. The biggest psychological operation in history, the end of the biggest spiritual battle in universal history. It's a real privilege to be here, and we all come at it from different angles, and we all appeal to different people, and we wind some people up, and that's all good. And I'm just proud to be part of it, Mel, and I congratulate you on making it. I've been saying for a long time, by publishing books, by creating music, poetry, jokes, comedy, information, all of these things are weapons against the devil. And one thing they hate is people who can get organized and get things out there and use their weapons against them. I mean, I'm back on YouTube simply because there's so many people on YouTube, and it's like we use their weapons against them. It's like Aikido. You gotta keep getting up. It's like Rocky said. It's not how many times you get hit; it's how many times you get up off the floor. And we just keep getting back up and back up and back up. And they're losing. Now, I mean, spiritually they've already lost, but in this world that we're witnessing right now, they are losing. Everything's backfiring on them. And people, if you look at the amount of people that are awake now because of the work of people that are in this film, digital soldiers have been extraordinary. It's amazing compared to 5 years ago, and I think there's a lot of hope and positive things are coming out of this, and we're seeing it now, which is thank God for that. So I do think that films that you've made, the work that you've done, what everybody in this film has done, is to be applauded, and I'm very grateful. So
Yeah, I wish I could tell you that I had the attention of the bigger podcasters because we're being stopped at every. I mean, we're hitting brick wall after brick wall after. I wish I could tell you that this is a rosy and peachy kind of story. It has not been. It's come with a fair share of challenges. I could tell you that we went to several press release companies to send out a press release, and when they realized that this has got to do with battling free speech, they literally shut it down. They kicked back the money. They kicked back our press releases. They said you're disqualified. This is not you're breaking guidelines. And then when I get them on the phone, I got the call recorded. It's going to probably end up being in the movie if my lawyer tells me I will not get sued for slander. But I'm talking to the lady, and she said, "Well, you broke the guidelines." I said, "What? Okay, do me a favor. Can you go through the guidelines?" Well, I don't know the guidelines. I broke guidelines that you don't know what the guidelines are, really? So they're all working together. It's a big communist manifesto. It's a big Marxist manifesto. We know what this is. The people that are working with Google when you go in and punch in press release companies, they're at the top. And when you go at them because they got the biggest reach and they're juiced in, you hit a brick wall.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, how do we do this? And so we found a couple. Hopefully, we'll raise some money that we'll be able to get a few press releases out there. At the end of the day, yeah, the movie's free, but freedom isn't free. The enemy has access to the printing press. They could print at will. Money that's backed up by nothing, money that's worth nothing, and it costs them nothing to print it, and they could fight us. Mel Carmine's got to go to work in the morning, get his knuckles bloodied and his elbows bloodied to create cash flow so that I could put my own money where my mouth is. Right. So is there anybody out there that could donate $5, $20, $50? Do it. Don't go to the sushi dinner tonight. Donate it to a cause. It's either that or you wake up to tanks rolling in the streets. Because if we lose this fight, that's exactly what's going to happen.
We're not going to lose this fight. And
We're not.
For the sake of my viewers, can you just explain where the film can be found, when it's coming out, how they access it, how they support what you're doing, please?
Sure, absolutely. Dear Mr. President, dearmrpresident.net, not .com. There's a donate button there. You can donate, do all that stuff. There's there's 2 trailers there. The movie should be coming out worldwide. We're shooting for September 9th, which is 9/9. I was born in 9963, but the movie's coming out 9/9/2025, which is also a 9. 2, 2, and 5 is 9 at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna have a quadruple 9 at sunrise. The movie gets released worldwide. Hopefully, we get all the podcasters who are in the movie and to influence some of your friends who are podcasters to air the movie free of charge on their channel. We're gonna have to feed through our Rumble. And they could just play it over and over and over again. As when it ends, it starts over again for a 24-hour period the day of the launch. Hopefully we can recruit 1,000 podcasters to do that so that we could piss in the cornflakes of the press release companies, right? And say, screw you, we didn't need you anyway, right?
Absolutely. And that's the point. We don't. And when we combine together, we're extraordinary. So that's why I'm glad to be in it. And I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. How long is it?
It's going to be an hour and a half, an hour and 35 minutes when it's all said and done.
Punchy. Good. And
yeah, I'm waiting for Trennis Evans. You know who he is?
No.
Okay. He was recently brought on board by Trump Jr. and Trump Sr. to bring in a team of attorneys to fight what? Free speech. Timing. Talk about timing. Talk about time. Talk about God divine timing.
Yeah. Well,
it's a bullseye, baby. It's a bullseye.
Well, JD Vance is currently in the UK kicking the UK's ass about free speech because it's been massively eroded there, and same in Ireland. And it's fuck them. There's nothing they can do, but because we ain't going anywhere, not going to give up. That's the beauty of it. So you guys watching it on my channel, make sure you look out for.
Yeah, what is your channel? Tell the people your channel.
I can be found on YouTube, Mark's Cosmic Adventures. I can be found on Rumble and Bitchute and theMarkAttwoodShow.com, on diaryofaconspiracytheorist.substack.com, and every day I'm on x.com/Mark Attwood, A-T-T Wood. And yeah, that's where I am.
Well, send me those links and I'll be more than happy to. I'm going to put in what I do with all the people who come on my show. I put them. I make a comment underneath the video, and then I pin that comment so it stays there. That's how I give you guys kudos.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that, and send me your links, and I'll get all those out as well. And I wish you all the best with it. I know you're doing loads of interviews, and I appreciate this chat. Where are you? You're on the East Coast. It's probably midday for you, but it's like late in the night. I've got to go make dinner for the kids.
Sure. Let's show the trailer for your audience. Yeah. I'm sure they would like to know what this movie's all about, and I think nothing explains it better than the actual. Let me scroll here. Give me a second. See if I should have had all of this ready, but I don't. I apologize.
Not a problem. We're podcasters.
Yeah, we wear like multiple hats, as you know.
We do. Yeah.
But let's show the donation one first.
My name is Mel Carmine. This movie will be free to the general public to view in movie theaters and online when it is released. But let me be crystal clear. Freedom is not free. This documentary is still in production, and without your support, it may never reach the hearts and minds that need it most. While the enemy floods the world with lies and bullshit propaganda, we're putting everything on the line for you to expose the truth and defend our republic from collapsing into full-blown Marxist communism. This is America's final stand. If you understand what is truly at stake here, your donation isn't charity, it's your obligation. Whether it's $10, $50 or more, give what you can. Because if you can help and don't, what will you tell your grandchildren when they ask what side of history you were on in 2025? In the name of our Almighty God, do the right thing. Help us finish this fight. Everyone's freedom depends on it. President Donald J. Trump cannot do this alone. Stand with him. Stand with America. Use the link below to donate.
That's one, and let's go to the other one, which is the actual trailer itself.
Dear Mr. President.
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 Dear Mr. President, when did freedom of speech become a crime? In the land of the free, voices are vanishing, opinions are policed, truth is under fire. They say it's about safety, I say it's about silence. Who's watching the watchmen? Who's filtering your feed? Who benefits from your silence? From the classroom to the newsroom, from Silicon Valley to Washington, D.C., who decides what you can say?
Censorship.
Censorship. Censorship.
The censorship. Censorship.
It's a much bigger threat to democracy than anything that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years, in the last 40 years.
Our First Amendment is under assault, not just by big tech, but by government agencies. Voices are being silenced.
A world without censorship would mean we can freely expose the elections and, of course, child trafficking. I believe the American spirit would kick in if they had access to the real information.
We've had channels taken down from nearly every form of social media. We knew when you uttered the term fake news that you were up to something different. We're honored to contribute to this documentary on censorship.
I have only one thing to ask. I just only want to see some accountability from somebody. Just pull that pin and throw that grenade already, buddy. That's all every American wants to see, is just some accountability for the crimes against us all. Thank you, sir. And long live the Republic.
It's coming, man. It's coming. And thanks to my healing center staying alive, who's chipped in a lot of money to make sure that this production sees the light of day. Let's fantasize a little bit before you go. Imagine Donald Trump is moving in the same direction. This movie comes out. It may be a total flop unless the patriots out there make their fingers bleed and pass it out there like crazy. Okay, then we can definitely override the algorithm. There's 8 billion of us and there's like a couple of them. So the bottom line is we could be making major history. This is a movie that some people could be talking about for the next 10, 15 years to come. This could be the start of bringing free speech back to America and around the world. What do you think about that? What do you think about Mark Attwood becoming a star? As I told you behind the scenes before we hit the record button, when the reevaluation of whatever you want to call it, this financial facelift comes, Mel Carmine is hanging up his cleats. I'm done. I don't need the popularity. You guys need the popularity. You can invite me on your show if I miss it, but I'm gone, right? What do you think of that? What do you think of the Mark Attwoods who wants to continue on, wants to have a huge media company, becomes a multi-superstar because of something like this and the direction that Donald Trump is moving in simultaneously? Wouldn't that be wonderful? What a way to go out.
I was just pleased to see my book in the trailer behind Lewis. So I'm happy enough with that.
Brother,
I'll be
amazing.
I'll be off somewhere when all of this is over. I didn't do this for any other reason than to help everybody else through it. And I think that's what's happening. We're all pulling together and doing that. And there's no way the communists or the Satanists are going to win.
Hallelujah to that, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for being a patriot. And invite me one more time before the movie comes out. And let's do one more before the movie comes out. We got to get everybody on board. And I want to talk to your crowd. We depend on you. You people are, listen, without the crowds here, without you people sharing what's really, truly important, not to just us, but to your family and your kids, we're all DOA, dead on arrival. So please, by almighty God, do the right thing. Get this out everywhere as soon as it comes out. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Mel.
Awesome.
Are you looking for amazing retreats in Ireland?
Let us help you become the best version of you in a matter of days.
Ireland is a wonderful place to retreat from the world and find some inner peace.
It is a deeply historic and spiritual country, and nothing can inspire the soul more than the stunning west of Ireland.
We have chosen the historic town of Boyle in County Roscommon to build our state-of-the-art clinic, Live5D Health, nestled along the beautiful Boyle River.
Our centre combines a range of therapies that cannot be found under one roof anywhere else in Ireland.
These therapies need to be experienced on a daily basis over a number of days to truly feel the incredible, powerful effects.
So we have put together a fabulous package for people from across the world who are looking to truly reinvigorate their health and mental well-being. Full details of itineraries, dates and costs can be found when you join our retreats email waiting list on live5dhealth.com. Our total wellness retreats use the stunning Frybrook House, only a 2-minute walk across the bridge from our centre, as your base for a range of daily therapies in our EMF protected and energetically harmonious centre.
Our activities and therapies include a wide range of truly healthy breakfast, lunch and dinner options provided by Frybrook House and Boyle's best chefs, under our strict guidance on the provenance of ingredients and their nutritional value.
A daily morning yoga session.
Red light therapy in the most advanced red light bed in Ireland to activate the mitochondria in your cells, help weight loss, reverse aging, stimulate collagen and relax every cell.
Pulsed electromagnetic field therapy to harmonize your electromagnetic field, strengthen your cell walls, and stimulate circulation and healing.
Hyperbaric oxygen therapy or exercise with oxygen therapy to detoxify and feed your cells with this essential healing nutrient on a level you've never experienced before.
A session in our luxury sauna overlooking the Boyle River.
The world's cleanest water steam room. Our water is vigorously cleaned and harmonized with nature.
Immersive light and sound therapies, including the only Roxiva and soundbed combination in Ireland, aided by the only holographic sound system in Ireland. Has to be experienced to be believed.
Quantum healing in our Orinoco healing pod. Profound spiritual experiences await you here, especially if you are an experienced meditator, but also amazing if you are not.
Daily hydrogen and Brown's gas sessions to help your body rejuvenate itself with the fundamental building blocks of the universe.
Provision of clean, structured and mineralized hydrogen water for you to consume throughout the retreat, with the inclusion of a hamper containing our best supplements.
A final night dinner with our founders, Mark Attwood and Gary Keeley, and the Live5D team at a stunning Irish castle.
These treatments are all well-established foundations, especially if you are chronically ill
or just want to enhance your being and give your body and soul the best treat you could possibly give it.
There is a lot of information on our website about all of them, so we do encourage you to look around and do your own research on the benefits before applying to come on a retreat with us.
They are also cumulative. That is, if you experience them over multiple days, the effects are enhanced.
Of course, we're not only offering these incredible therapies on our retreats.
We want you to have a fully immersive Irish experience, as we are nestled in and amongst some of the most incredible sacred sites and landscapes on Earth.
Many know of Ireland's mystical past, being connected to Egypt, Atlantis and Lemuria.
And our centre is only a few minutes from the wild Atlantic coast,
Queen Maev's tomb,
the mystical and powerful Carrickeel,
and the caves of Kesh. among many other places of great interest.
We will make excursions to many of these on your visit, as well as a choice from some of these local delights.
A seaweed bath in the coastal town of Inishgrone. Built in 1912, these traditional seaweed baths are famous for their high concentration of iodine, which relieves all sorts of ailments from arthritis to rheumatism.
A seaside sauna and sea swim at Ross's Point. Our sauna is fabulous, but we will also take you to the charming and picturesque town of Ross's Point, where you will be able to swim safely in the sea, set against the spectacular backdrop of Benbulben.
A stunning canoe trip along the rivers of County Sligo, very gentle exercise where you will see how the rivers of Ireland can be like the rivers of Africa, with the almost guaranteed inclusion of kingfishers.
A flight in a light aircraft across the township of Boyle, where you will experience the local lakes and mountains from a unique perspective.
A boat tour of Lough Key, our local lake which features multiple islands, a castle in the lake frequented by W.B. Yeats, an alleged interdimensional portal, and many tales of UFO sightings. Trips to the local organic markets and farms, a traditional Irish music evening in a thatched pub, a lunch boat tour on the mighty River Shannon. Our retreats run throughout the seasons of the year and are strictly limited in numbers.
So please fill out the form on live5dhealth.com today and get on the waiting list.